So as per the configuration related part concerned to source list, so the only thing is whether at what level we can activate source list. So SAP has given two ways to activate source list. One is for at material level you can activate source list, and another is at plant level you can activate the source list. If you maintain, if you activate, if you make source list mandatory at plant level without maintaining source list, you cannot make purchasing for purchase orders and all those things for that particular material. So here you can see source list can be activated by two levels. One is at plant level. For this we need to make some configuration. We have one small configuration to activate this plant level source list requirement, and one more at level is at material level. So for this we don't have any configurations. We will have one checkbox in material master data only. If you activate that checkbox, so we will it will be activated. So source list record material level activation. So if you want to, I will again log into system. So I will first show you how to activate source list for a particular material. So I need to log in again. So I will log in to system. So this is a very small topic. So here so whenever you see the material master, I will open one material master /n material, whichever previous one I have created, I will open under, I think under purchasing data only. If I come here, source list requirement is there here. See, for this material, if you activate this checkbox, now I will activate this checkbox. So when you, what it indicates, for this material there must be a source list. Without source list it will not allow you to make any purchase orders and all those things. So whenever you go to create purchase order, so it will not allow. If you didn't maintain any source list, even though there is a requirement for source list for this material, it will give error saying that for this material there is a source list requirement is mentioned, so please maintain the source list, then create the purchase order. So this is how it will show. I will execute whenever that I will execute the transaction, that time I will explain these things. So now one level is at material level you can activate. Next is at plant level you can activate. So for that we have configuration. So here you can see, if you activate source list indicator in material master data under purchasing view, then that material source list creation is mandatory during purchase order creation. Before creating purchase order, there should be source list in place. So this is the meaning of this thing. So next is to the one more of level is at plant level. To activate source list at plant level, we have under purchasing source list, define source list requirement at plant level. So I will show you the path. SPRO, if I come here under purchasing, come to material management, under purchasing, under source list, we have source list requirement at plant level. This is the only configuration we have. See, in front of your select your plant 9860. Suppose this is my plant. So if you tick this checkbox, So for particular plant, source list requirement will become mandatory. So now I am not maintaining mandatory, making it mandatory. What will happen? For whatever the material you there in under this plant, for that material without source list you cannot do any operations, that is you cannot do any procurement activities. So that's why I am not maintaining any source list. So to explain all the concepts, so every time I am unable to create the source list, so it will take more time. So that's why I am not activating this one. So particularly what will happen if you maintain source list requirement at plant level, whatever the material falls under this plant, whatever the material comes under this plant, so for every material there should be a source list. So whenever you enter in, so I will show the purchase order screen as an ME21N. So depending upon here you enter a plant. So what will happen if you are made at plant level purchasing for record source list mandatory for this plant, whatever the material falls under this plant, for that material it will say source list is mandatory. So it will not allow you to create purchase order. Similarly, if you had activated only for particular material, whenever you enter that material here, so from the material master record it will get the information that for the particular for this particular material there is a requirement of source list. So purchase order will not allow you to move further, so it will throw you error. So these are the two configurations. So I have showed where we will maintain these things, and now see, these are the configurations. This is the only configurations we have in source list. So that is what here explained. If you activate source list at plant level, all materials within the plant source creation mandatory. So if you maintain only at material level, not at plant level, then what will happen? That particular material only source list mandatory. So I'll show you the table also. Whatever the data you will maintain in source list screen, create source list screen ME01, so that is slash and ME01. See, whatever the data you maintain here, this data will be saved in table. I will open the table name SC16 and you go there, and for table name is EORD. See, EORD is there. If I execute this one, it will ask plant material. So my material is 221, I think, whichever I have displayed. Sorry, 221. So plant is 9860. If I execute this one, you can see the tables, the data which I have entered in source list, it will be there here. So this is the end of the source list related videos. So I think I have covered all the details of the source list, and some of the details, some of the fields I will explain you whenever I go to transactions. So as of now, this is the end of source list. Okay, thank you.